everyone, I just wanted to jump on here and do a quick Meet the Maker video to introduce myself and my business and tell you a little bit about what I do. So my name is Lauren. I'm from Birmingham in the UK, but I live on the south coast of Iceland these days, and I run Endurlífga Jewellery. So I did my training with the British Academy of Jewellery, and I worked in the British jewellery industry for 5 years before I moved to Iceland. And I set up Endurlífga last April in 2021, and it's going well so far. I love it. Endurlífga means revive in Icelandic, and I wanted to revive my career here in Iceland, but the main purpose of my business is to breathe new life into reclaimed objects. So I wanted to talk more about the materials that I use in my work. So to start with, the idea that started Endurlífga was sea glass that I found on one of my beach walks. So I use sea glass and ocean plastic that I find on the coast here in South Iceland, and more of my early work started with this. I also use ocean pottery, which is just pieces of ceramic which have beautiful patterns on that wash up onto the coast here. I also only use ethically sourced gemstones. It's not going to focus, you're probably not going to be able to see well, but I will only use ethically sourced gemstones in my work, so they're conflict free and you know that no one is being exploited when you buy from me. I also use reclaimed coins, so just old out of circulation coins that can't be used, so it's better to use them in jewellery than to just leave them lying around with nothing. And some of the materials that I buy in, I use surfite, which is layers of resin left over from the surfboard manufacturing process, and it has these beautiful colours and makes lovely jewellery. I also use fordite, which is similar to surfite, but it is layers of car paint, and it falls onto the factory floor when they're painting cars and builds up these beautiful layers, lots of colours, and it has an interesting texture. Sometimes it's smooth, but this one has a bit of a pitted texture on it. And something that I'll be using later on in the year, I haven't released any pieces of this yet, is bowlerite. And this is actually made from vintage bowling balls which are not used anymore. When a bowling ball can't be used, it can actually be turned into a cabochon to be made into jewellery. It's really beautiful. So those are the materials that I use, and some of the things that I specialise in is making animals. Realistic animals has been my speciality since before I moved to Iceland. I will be releasing some more animals later on this year, but not yet. And also vitreous enamelling. And if you don't know, enamel is the process of fusing glass powder onto metal. So that's a little bit about me and my process, and I hope you'll stick around and follow my journey here.